Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Duplex Built to Rent. My name is Juan Cristales. I'm a full-time real estate investor in the Texas market. Now, check this out. We're going to be talking about permits. The majority of time, the reason people don't pull permits is because one, they have never been taught. Number two, they really think that the inspectors are like a bad guy police out there that are just looking to punish you in some form or fashion. But check this out, that is not the truth. And let's get into this one here. We are now at the sheetrock phase completion, and we are also at the place where we are. This is my contractor, uh, Alfredo. So, anyways, we're at the phase now where we are getting the cabinets put in. So, one of the things that I'll tell you that we don't do up front is we don't paint this because you see all the splatter that you get here from the rain. It stains the walls pretty good. So even if the paint is on there, it'll definitely stain it, which is one of the reasons we don't do it. So in the permitting process, it's actually very, very simple. A lot of people don't really understand that the inspector is a third set of eyes out there to make sure that everything gets done correctly. So as you can see here, we are now at the phase where the cabinets are being built. All the stuff that's here on the ground is the trim work for the baseboards and for the doors and the casing and all that kind of stuff. As you can see, we have the texture already completed, and the next spot that we have to get going is having the trim carpentry, guys. Now remember, the trim carpentry guys are a very important piece because they are the aesthetics. They are the ones that put together the house in such a manner that the first thing people see when they go in is going to be the stuff that you can see, right? The cabinets, the trim work, all that good quality stuff that needs to be done. How the doors are hung. Inside of the pantry, we're going to have a bunch of shelves. Inside all of the closets, we have shelves. So all that stuff needs to be done very, very well. So we are moving along here pretty quickly. We are scheduled to get the doors. I thought we were going to get the doors tomorrow, but the guy called me. He's got a bunch of work right now. And so he is actually going to be getting the doors to us on Thursday. So by the time the doors get there on Thursday, we will have all of the cabinets built, and we are going to have everything else kind of finalized here. So I'm just walking you through the property here. This is the entrance to the master bedroom, and as you can see, the vanities are built. These vanities are the same ones we get every single time. I like these vanities because it is a one single piece. You fit the sink right here in the middle, and then you have all this extra counter space, right? Whenever you go into any bathroom, right, if you get the cabinets that are going to be too small, it really makes it very inconvenient for the tenants who are going to be living there, because if you don't get it big enough, they don't have any countertop space. For putting their toothbrushes, toothpaste, for putting, whatever kind of stuff that they want to put on here. And so, holding, kind of hair products, whatever kind of stuff. I know at my personal house, you want to have, enough countertop space here. And then, of course, underneath, you want to have some storage for like some toilet paper. You want to have some storage for cleaning supplies, and then of course, you want to have storage for your personal stuff that whatever you want to store inside of the bathroom there. So this particular cabinet is the same one that we keep using. This is going to be a 48-inch cabinet, and it's a standard height, and so we don't really change it up. So one of the other things that we also do is the same countertops that we use in the bathrooms, we use in the kitchens, we use everywhere else, just to make it all one product. Makes it easier. So those are going to go in here. We have the tubs around already in. That's going to be the toilet and the walk-in bathroom, and that's going to be it for this one side. This is the right side of 106 Runnels. Let's go look at the other one. Okay, so again, we are out here in front of 106 Runnels. We just went into the right-hand side over here. We're now going to be going into the left side. There's a lot of runoff, look, from the water and stuff like that. It's just kind of a crazy, it's a little bit dangerous sometimes. You got to make sure that, you don't have little kids and stuff playing around there. So these cabinets have not been built yet. They've already been purchased, and we have the guys working at another site right now because we're finishing up another project right now that's getting ready to be refinanced and closed out. And so we're pressing hard because tomorrow is actually, we have to get the certificate of completion inspection done at a different site. So we had to shift those guys over there to make sure that project is completely finished. And they'll be coming back over here tomorrow to finish this one up for, you know, putting together the cabinets and stuff. But as you can tell, these guys have already started cutting the pieces for the baseboards. They see they rough cut them up, start putting them up, and that way they can just quickly just boom, 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 come in, nail them all in. So at this point, we've passed a ton of inspections. So I know I was talking about permits, 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 guys. But here's the thing, man. We have to do the mechanical. It's called the MEPs. The MEPs are very basic: mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. Those inspections have to be passed before we can start doing the cover up, including the insulation inspection. But those inspections need to be done prior to. So what happens now is we're going to push through all of the finishes, right? The finishes being the exterior paint, the flooring. We're going to be getting all of the cabinets and the doors in. All this stuff is going to be getting finished up. And then once everything is finished up, we will get an inspection. Now, on the other side, if you guys remember, we were at the other side. We can go ahead and start painting that. Why? Because the cabinets are already in at the 104 Runnels property. Those cabinets are already finished off and ready to go. So that painter can go ahead and start going in there. And then, you know, we'll go ahead and start getting the floors put in. We'll go through everything else right now to get finished off, and then we'll do the MEPs have their final inspections after all of that. So the mechanical, which is the, you know, air conditioning guy, he has to pass his air conditioning inspection. The exterior unit needs to be put in, which is the condenser unit on the outside, cools the house, right? He has to put in the grill, he has to put in the thermostat, he has to do all that stuff. As you can see right here, all this stuff needs to be connected. Once that is finished, he'll pass an inspection. The electrician has to pass an inspection, and then the plumber has to pass a final inspection, and then we should be good to go for this one to call the final inspection. So that's it, guys. That's all the updates I have for you guys here on this 106 Runnels property. It is looking fantastic, and guys, do not be afraid to pull permits. You want those guys on your side. They're going to be able to call out some of the negative issues that might be an issue with some of the inspectors as you go through it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.